us or not. Okay, so you have to read it well. Okay, there you go. Okay, good na po plus para katawan si Brianna.
Hello. I was a kid. I love them. Before my parents left, they told me that they were going to work and they were looking back at 9:50 p.m. I was really scared, so I heard the knock on the door. If the window, it was my parents. He's young now. I opened the door and greeted my parents. My mom and dad were early. I thought they would be back at 9:50. I said 9:50 a.m. for vacation. Remember? I don't want them confused what they were with you. What vacation? I thought you meant to work. Other races I would go. Work, check it out another day. That's it. We sat down on the table. Food something and that I say being good. That's the next one. I said, I think so, but okay. We're almost 10 p.m. Rose will knock on the door. And Karen said, can you please open the door, Jack? I knocked on the door. I was terrified. I wanted knocking on Mom bathroom. They figured out screaming for the door. What exactly like my mom? I spoke and impacted the door's church. Who's the real one?
Thank you. Both of them is pala ng mga segment story mo. Thank you. So if you would like to support my budding author, so she has her books displayed over there. For how much is this one? Okay, and are you going to sign your book if they buy one? Okay, okay. Big round of applause to Brianna. I made a book at Kirsten Roger. And yun nga, sabi ko nga, it's really a fun thing to train our children when they are young to also express their imagination. Now, some of you are already authors here, and you already know how to write a book. However, there are some points that I'd like to give today that might just bring your author journey to the next level. All right? Because writing is one thing, marketing it is another big thing. It's a total different ballgame. So magkaiba yun. And I want to teach you how you can be as an independent author and publisher, conquer the world with your book. Okay, let's start this. Now, people around campfires, what do they do? Ano ginagawa natin when we are having our reunions, youth conferences, campfires, what do we do? Huh? Yeah. Stargazing. What else? Stories. We share stories. Tama ba? Brainstorming. In other words, we are connected. We love stories. We are human beings. Back in the days, this was the reason why our ancestors thrived. The interconnectedness, the village. And we have stories that have been handed from one generation to another. In fact, you can remember the stories given to you by your parents, their parents. So the stories continue. We have our folklore, folk tales, and dami, di ba? Ang dami kumarating sa atin. So we are bound by these stories, and these stories define us. In this season, marami nag-iisip, oh, Merry Christmas. We're thinking about buying gifts for ourselves, for our families. This afternoon, I want to teach you what's the best gift you can give yourself and to your family and for the generations to come. And I'd like to tell you that that story is the story or the gift of story or the gift of storytelling. Let me show a teaser of one of my favorite stories, and I want you to watch this. Probably some of you have watched this already. Can you play that? Can you have the audio played? Check natin. So, familiar ba? Wala pa. Yan. Okay, one more time. Oh, wala pa sound. Let's play that again. Okay, that's my love story featured on MMK in 2019. And you know what happened? The story, my personal story, just posted on Facebook that went viral and was found by a researcher of MMK. And from there, yun na, na-feature na. And then, can you show the next slide, Alexa? Ayun, we went here towards the end, may cameo kami dyan with Miss Charles Santos. And MMK is closing na. Actually, sarado na sila ngayon. And we're so happy that we're part of that legacy as well. One of the stories. So you can check the entire story on YouTube. That's The Sing to Love You, the stationery. That's the title of that episode in MMK. Right, next. So here, all I want to say is that we are all storytellers. Meron tayong something, a message from our stories that we can share to the rest of the world. And let's not also remember, Alexa, next, is that we are our stories. Let's embrace that. You are a peculiar human being. There's no one like you. So you can say that, oh, all the stories are taken, all the stories are already on books. You're wrong about that. Because you have a different way of sharing your story. No, everybody knows about the history of the Philippines? No, I don't think so. How about your personal take on this history of our country? That's another thing. Okay, next. So ngayon, I'd like to show this very briefly. Go ahead. Sometimes, ang life natin, we see it as a dash. We start with, pinanganak tayo. Okay, what was that? And after that, we move on to our learning years. We study. This was the usual. And then we move on to our productive years. This is where we work, our career life. And then we will go to retirement. After retirement, saan tayo papatungo? Back to the Lord, yes. Sigurado ba kayong babalik kayo sa Diyos? Okay, so after retirement, that's death. We may think that we have enough time to spare here in the immortality. But one thing I want you to realize is this. Can we show the next picture? Alexa, can we show the next picture? Okay, this is a tombstone. In Tagalog, lapida. The dates you see there are only two. The date of your birth and the date of your death. Ano yung nasa gitna? That's the dash. The dash is what you make of your life. That's it. That's the only control you have. Wala ka namang control, di ba? Nung pinanganak ka sa mundo, you don't have any control as well when you are taken away from this life. What you have full control is how you're going to live your life. Having said that, it's important for us to understand that there are two important dates sa buhay natin. The only two important dates is number one, the day you were born, and who can guess the second date? The day you find out why. If you already have seen the purpose of your life, what's your mission, your calling, why are you here? Then your life will take on a different meaning. And you will start to live intentionally. Gagawin mo lahat so you know that, I create my own life. This is it. So we will focus on that big why as we move on. This is our big why, ladies and gentlemen. My husband decided to publish his first book without industry knowledge, without any connections, and I was telling him, Are you credible enough to publish a book? Are you sure? Kala, baka naman nangin tayo dito, ha? I-okay tayo dito. But he did. Went to SM Cebu, nag-launch ng book, and then printed the books, went to Manila, dala-dala ang dalawang maleta ng luggage. Carrying them, going from one national bookstore to another. He was the one carrying the books to display in the national bookstores. He did that. Grabe talaga when you know, that much. That's how it started. And then after him, I followed suit about 6 years ago when I decided my first book was going to be a poetry book. Hello, Leia? Poetry book din ako. I started there. The first time I collaborated with authors, ang lakas ng loob ko. I contacted authors on Facebook, even contacted Filipino American authors living in California. Felix Poas, who already died, if you know him, Aileen Tabios, and other famous Filipino authors. And you would think, ang lakas ng loob ko, why did I do that? I was a nobody. Pero ang lakas ng way ko eh. I wanted to do this. And guess what? Out of the 17 doors that I knocked, nobody said no to me. They submitted their work, and we published a book called Bards from the Far East. Ang lakas ng loob ko. That day, on our book launch, I invited 5 media outlets. From there was one general manager who came, after the book launch, offered me to do a TV show, which I did. So naging ano naman ako ngayon, naging travel show host ako. After me, now, Brianna, the one launching her book today, but prior to that, we also have our eldest Carlos. Where's Carlos now? He was 10 published, that is already 12. Ito naman, ano to, he's also trapped in a boy's body. He writes poetry and he writes in the traditional Japanese haiku poetry form, the 575. So yan po, for us, Inking Legacies is a family affair. It is. And what we realize is that the earlier you introduce your children to writing, literature, the more they can appreciate life. Iba ang kanilang tingin sa buhay. So now, having said all of this, let's move on to why write a book. Quickly, in succession, let's just show from one book to another, I'm doing a lot of anthologies, personal poetry books, self-help books, and I'm releasing Chasm this December 28th on my 42nd birthday. That's 42 poems for a Chasm book. This is the new business card. Gone are the days na maglalabas ka ng business card. All you need to do is, katulad kay Mamitos, just take out the book. Here's my book, right? And when you know someone who is an author, how do you feel? Na parang, whoop, ang taas, di ba? I mean, you should really acknowledge the feeling that, wow, she's an author. Because you know why? It takes a lot of work to become an author. That's why you have to feel that sense of pride as well, swelling in you, to say you know you work hard for it. So once again, this is the new business card. Next, Alexa. From there, I just thought I would just be writing my own books. But then people started knocking on my door. Ayo, can you teach us how to write, how to publish a book? Kaya the business was born out of necessity. GMGA Publishing was born about 4 years ago to cater to the needs of local and international authors. I tell you, ang bilis ng pangyayari, I didn't even plan for it. But when you provide value to people, people are going to see that. And from then on, I started picking up clients, not just locally. I have more international clients. Just this year, I was able to tap into the Italian market because one tip for the authors, when you start translating your book, you're going to open a lot of doors, right? Take note of that. So my Chiaroscuro book, that's a poetry book, I have it translated into Spanish, French, and Italian. From there, international collaborations started to prosper, like really big time. Suddenly, they're telling me, can you publish my book? So I'm just telling you, how can you take your author journey to the next level? You're not close your doors. It's not just about publishing one book and that's it. It's not even one product. I'll tell you what it is in the coming slides. Because of my books, hindi ko na kailangan basahin pa. But The point is, it has led me to many beautiful roads. I was invited here and there sa mga TV shows, sa iba't ibang mga YouTube channels, international collaborations. There's just a lot that keep coming to me. And sometimes I just have to say, I really don't have time for this, in as much as I want to. So you see, sometimes people will tell you, poetry doesn't sell, Leia. It doesn't sell. They will tell you that, and people have told me that. But I don't believe them. I know it's my book, so I'm gonna work it out. I'll find a way to make it work out. So just don't listen to the detractors, to the naysayers. Go on with your dreams of getting published, your story in that book. Why do you want to write a book? There's a lot of reasons. Passive income. Ano ba yung mga pwede nyo maging reason for writing a book? Yes, sure, di ba? So you get a true story. Yes, sometimes you just want to tell the truth about what happened. Yes, ma'am. Huh? Healing. Yes, I totally agree. The reason why I write poetry is for my healing, mental health as well. Kasama ko yun, ano? Sino gusto maging famous? Come on. Let's be honest. Who wants to be famous as writers? Ayoko lang. Ayoko mamin na. Ang sarap na feeling. Hindi nyo ba nakikita yung sarili nyo lang? New York Times best-selling author. Right? USA best-selling author. It's one of the goals. And don't be bashful about it. Who wants to earn money as a writer? Passive income. Books, businesses pala, businesses. Yes, these are all legit. These are all legit goals. However, can I have your name, sir? Darwin, for you ultimately, how do you see a book? Why would you want to write a book?
Things I want to say, things I've always wanted to say, things that I know that I want to share.
So maybe if you only have 1, 2 readers, is that okay? Wouldn't be fun, right? Because this is our story. No one really can contest us with this. And the most important thing, Darwin, is to leave a legacy. Long after you're gone, your children will be here to read your books, your children's children. Pinag-uusapan pa rin natin si Jose Rizal, di ba? Sino ba? Si Aristotle. Pinag-uusapan pa rin natin siya eh. Sino ba? Yung mga yumauna. Oh, lahat yun, yung mga una, pero pinag-uusapan natin. That's what I mean by the word legacy. What you live today, how you shape your life, and what you pass on to the next generation. That's the most important thing. All right? But let's now get to the real truth. Writing a book isn't easy. Let's think it out. It's simple, but it's not easy. However, next, if others have done it, you can too. Definitely, you can. There are barriers to overcome. Ito yung top 3. I have no time. Very famous. I have no time. Another thing is, I'm not a good writer. Right? I'm not good enough. And I tell you, sino po yung mga authors na dito? Do you still feel that way, sir? Sometimes, hindi na. Na-overcome na ang barriers. So, how can you overcome it? Write your book. That's the only way to do it. Okay? So next, Alexa, if you want to write a book, to those who are listening for the first time, how to write one, make note of the 3 important things. Number 1, you just need to know what's your book positioning. Take note of this. Number 2 is detailed outline. And number 3 is to come up with creating and following a writing plan. Tatlo lang yan. Remember, okay, quickly, let's go to it. Book positioning is the place that the book occupies in the minds of your readers. So that when a person approaches there, ano ba itong libro na ito? What is this book all about? So when you write a book, think about a reader card. It's like an avatar. You have to come up with a persona. Sino ba talaga? Para kanino ang librong to? You cannot sell to anybody, to everybody. That's a wrong concept. You have to reach down. Kailangan, micro-reaching. So this book is for, kasi why? So sa maraming yan, meron lang pa rin mga needs. If you're going to cater for the general audiences, may hirapan yan. because there will be a lot of choices. But if it's hyper niched, I'm telling you, then that's the time people will say, oh, this book is really for me. That's the beauty of hyper niching. Next, if you want to simplify it, it's simple. This book is for blank, your target market or target reader who wants to blank. Ibig sabihin, you're going to lead a person from point A to point B. Let me give you an example in the next few slides. Next, target a niche. Ano yun? A special segment in the market. You just can say all the questions. Maybe you can still segmentize it. You cannot say those who want to lose weight. Baka meron pa. Maybe they want on a keto diet. See? Let me show you one example of hyper niching. This is one of my authors, a very successful businessman, owner of Lumiere Spa and Clinics, Mike Chan. So his book is about the science of aging well. How to look 20 younger and how to look 20 years younger. That's his book. You see, if somebody like somebody is 50 years old, 60 years old, oh my goodness, this book is mine. I want to look 20 years younger than my age today. That's why his book is raking sales because it's hyper niche. The other one is you can say, oh, marami ng memoirs. But this lady, she was 75 when she published a book with GMGA Publishing. She was a retired teacher, principal, supervisor, and educator. So in this memoir, Catch the Rainbow, it's all about the experiences that she had teaching. What were the special gems, the special moments in her life as an educator that made her journey quite worthwhile. So you see, balikan ninyo, sino magbabasa nito. Even if you say this is a fluency book, don't say this is just a fluency book. Try to niche it even, narrow down the target segment. Okay, questions, are we okay? Next. After that, ito na ngayon. But Miss Ayo, I don't have any idea, no ideas at all what to write for a book. So these are the questions that you can ask yourself. What topics are you most passionate about? Kahit hindi mo naaral. On the spot, you can talk about it. Eskrima, di ba kanina talagang history, pagbilis. What do you get paid for? What is your expertise? What is your favorite hobby? What are the things that people come to you for advice? Ito pa lang. Meron na ba kayo naisip? Yung pinagkakaguluhan kayo ng tao, they go to you for that advice. Probably it's about solving conflicts in marriage. Probably it's about finding the real one, overcoming grief, overcoming breakup, mga ganon. So, just think about your life mo, your career. There must be something in there that you're so good at that people just go to you because of your expertise. You have to find that, right? Next is, if you have a lot of ideas now, it's time to narrow down. Which idea to write first? As a starter, my advice is do not write more than one book at the same time. Just one book, especially if you are a beginner. And then you cannot edit while you write it. Pag nagsulat ka, sulat lang. Kagagamit mo na ng Grammarly. Don't cut your words yet. No, not yet. It's a brain dump. And then you're gonna ask yourself, this is the litmus test. Number one question is, which book can I finish the fastest? Which book am I most likely to finish no matter what happens? So you don't say, I don't want this anymore. It doesn't really resonate with me. Oh my goodness, you are wasting a lot of time. And question number three is, which one is going to make me happy? Even if you only have one reader, but that makes you happy because you wrote the book, then go for the kill. That's the book you need to finish this year. All right? Next. After that, ito na ngayon. Meron tayong tinatawag na dalawang houses. The pantsers and the planners. Pantsers, they just come and they go. No planning at all. But I'm the kind of a writer who needs to have an outline. I need to have a guide. So come up with a detailed outline because it will serve as the skeleton of your book. So many ideas, this is the thing. This is a trap. Although a lot of intelligent people with so many experiences, but they cannot finish their books. Naunahan pa sila ng mga hindi masyadong magagaling. You know what's the difference? It's because there's just a lot of ideas bombarding their head all the time. They want to encapsulate all those ideas in one book, but that's nearly impossible to do. What you need to do is just focus on one thing. Focus on one thing lang. One book, one message. So a detailed outline will help you do that. Can we show the next one, Alexa? What you can do is to start doing the mind mapping. Mind mapping is where you sit down, get your paper, your large notebook, whatever, you write on the floor, on the same part of the wall. You start writing all the ideas in your head. What comes in? And then you will choose a mind mapping method and write down your book idea. Step number 2 is to write down everything you know on the topic. Probably naalala mo, I have a story for this. There's a quotation, there's a poem for this. You just put everything out there. And then once you populate the list, it's now time to organize, sort it out. Which ideas can be combined together? Right? Kita nyo? From there, pasok ka na ngayon. And then, the last thing is to write the book. These are some of the methods for mind mapping. Number 1 is post-it notes. Sino dito ang nakapal ng post-it notes? Everything focused on post-it notes. The moment you're having it, nawala na. But if you're that kind of person, you want this all color, pink, yellow, green, whatever. If that works for you, go for it. However, on my part, I love the next one, which is, can we show the next one? The bubble method. I learned this in college in USD. The Professor Maximus House told me this. Sabi niya, just one method. Create a big circle. Alright, my topic is about, give me a topic. Parenting. Right, parenting, big circle, put it there. Okay, you branch out a bit, make another bubble. What about parenting? Well, first I want to talk about what are the principles of good parenting, so you put that there. Principles. And then you branch another one, make another bubble. Oh, these are the experiences. And the other bubble would be, oh, these come from the experts. Other bubble would just say, oh, what are the parents doing right now? We don't know. So you see, with a lot of this thing, bubble method, you can definitely map out your ideas. All right? Next, once you do this, write the book becomes easy. Yeah, trust me. So mind map your chapter, outline the chapter, write or speak the chapter, you can do that. If you cannot really write it, get a recorder. Or record yourself on Zoom. And if you're doing that, play it again, have someone transcribe the words, and voila, you have the book. There's a lot of technology out there right now. And after this one, repeat the process chapter by chapter. That's how you simplify writing a book. It doesn't have to be complicated. Now, how can we make it a lot easier? Let's show this. You can do this, or you can choose not to do this. This is the creating and following a writing plan, but the point is, self-discipline is the key. When you sit on the chair in the morning, if you decide, I'm going to write from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., turn off your cell phones. Turn off your browsers. Lock your door. For 1 hour, do not entertain anybody. Then definitely you can write. But if you're the kind of person, okay, write something. Oh, there's a message, email, read. Oh, there's a notification. How many people like my post? But hey, you get distracted. You cannot finish your book. So you can write the total number of pages if you want. The total book word count, average word count per chapter, words write per day, start date, estimated finish date, the days you write, exact hours you write. It's up to you. My mind is fresh early in the morning, like 4 a.m. If I want to do something creative, extract the creative juices, I'll do it in the morning because at night, wala na. Pagod na ako sa pag-alaga ng mga anak ko. Okay? I cannot do that anymore. So again, the operative word here is the big D. Discipline lang talaga ang kailangan. Right? Next, those people are saying, but we have this writer's block. I can't write anything. The curse of the blank page. I've been sitting here for hours, wala ako nasusulat. You know what you need to do? Each morning, get up, get your ball pen and your notebook, just write anything. Unedited, stream of consciousness, your thoughts, your feelings. Don't even think about what you're going to write. You can say, I hate writing, and you start writing. That's it. If you do that on a daily basis, how many of you here are writing on a daily basis? Whether one sentence, one paragraph, but you write every day. Raise your hand. Okay, that's the way to overcome the writer's block. Okay? Hindi pwede sasabi, wala ka lang ako isip. That's not true. I don't subscribe to that. Next is one. Anong petsa na po ngayon? Today is November 26. Do you think you can write a book in the next 30 days? This is now your choice, your decision. What I'm telling you is that it is possible. It is possible to do that. We just have to break down the time. If you're looking for a 500 page, masyado mataas yun. For starters, about 150 page book, probably that's okay. Brianna just did how many pages? 75 pages, 25 pages for illustrations. Again, the thing is, you're going to start something. And when you start something, finish that. Launch the book. Because the moment you don't do that, it will become a bad habit. I know of writer friends, so many manuscripts, so many drafts, nothing gets published. Because they didn't make that intention to get the first draft published. I know we're rooting for perfection. We are perfectionists as writers, but nothing gets done if you are that perfectionist. You create, you make it better, then that's you will achieve perfection in the future, not today, as you move along. Okay, so with that, for me, when it comes to deadline, when I say I'm going to launch my book December 20, 2022, are you scared or is it sacred to you? For me, deadlines are sacred. I honor my deadlines. When I say I'm going to write it for 2 months, that's it, I'm going to do it. Today, I'm writing a course module for public speakers. I tell you, talagang maragal. I hardly sleep at night for the last 2 weeks, but I still have to record 10 more video lessons because I am committed for that thing. And I have students already, so I cannot back out anymore. Again, you have to put that intention in you to do things. Otherwise, tatanda ka na lang, you cannot write a book. You'll never know tomorrow you're not here anymore. We're not even sure tomorrow who's going to be here. Today, we're fellowshipping today. Later on, baka biglang, we don't want to do this, but you know what I'm saying. We don't know until what time we're going to be here. So, treat deadline as really sacred. Next. Question to malagi. Miss Ayo, how do you ensure that people will buy your book? Now, living in Isabel, my advice is very simple. Write a quality book the first time. Quality book the first time. What is a quality book? First of all, think of a killer title. A killer title wherein, pagpasok mo sa national bookstore, when they browse through Amazon shelves, did you know that people only spend about 7 seconds looking at your book? And that's when they will decide if they're going to pick it or add to cart. 7 seconds, so fragile. So think of a killer title. One that will capture. Nice. Will capture the mind. Oh, I love this book. Add to cart. And then after that, create a killer cover. Books, you're not judged a book by its cover? That's wrong. Books are judged by their covers. So if you have to pay for an illustrator, you need to, because again, I always say this, treat your books as your first baby. Sino yung mga baby dito? May mga anak na. Andre, your panganay, did you ask for a second-hand feeding bottle? No, you want feeding bottles, diba? Yung pinakamahal. The same thing goes to your books. Pinaghirapan mo, this is your life message. Make sure it's grown properly. So when you get it out, people will celebrate your work. Ang dami ni sasaktan ko, hindi binibili yung book because you did not do your job. That's your work. And the last thing is to hire a professional editor. Miss Cindy will agree with me. Tama, Miss Cindy? Hindi natin ilalabas ang first draft. The editor needs to cut and cut and cut, revise and revise. All good writing is rewriting. Right? Huwag kayo magtititig sa editor. If you know an English teacher who's really good, or someone who's a linguist, go for that person if you cannot hire one. But do not miss it out. Marami kayo makikita sa Amazon, bad reviews. This book was not edited. It's real. Huh? Who I know. Sabihin natin, well, I don't want to write in English, but if you want to go for an international market, maybe you need to translate your book into English. That's the reality of our market today. So again, the last few slides na lang, para if you have some questions for me, I can entertain. This is one of the things I teach my authors. Be an entrepreneur. You're not just an author. You are an entrepreneur with your books. Books. Your book is not just one product. Your book is a big business. Do you agree with me? You want me to show you how it is a big business? You just don't rely on the royalty of your books. Baka matagal ka maghintay, hindi ba nagsisell? Your book is not yet flying that much. You have full control, and authors right now, I want you to pay attention. This is what you can do to your existing books today. Number one, let me show you the 10 ways to earn from your books. Number one, convert that into an audiobook. Alright? Audiobook is a big thing today. People sometimes don't have, they cannot even hold the book, they are driving. So they just need to listen. An audiobook is perfect for that. You just hire a good artist, voice recording artist, and then make an audiobook. And you can sell that more. Audiobooks are even priced higher than a trade book. Yeah? Next is hardcover. Why hardcover? Because people love the feeling of having this, ano tawag dito sa Tagalog, yung special edition or yung special edition, rare collection, diba? Tapos naman may flapjack, diba? May flap cover. Gusto natin yun. So go for the hardbook plus the fact that mas matagal ang longevity ng mga hardcovers. The other one is e-books. Buy books on Amazon. All my books on Amazon, lahat siya naka-ebook. And the royalty comes free. Kumikita ka rin dyan, pinapadala yan. So, makikita ko lang, bakit America? Recently, I received a check. Meron akong euro, meron akong Canadian. Pero wala pa rin akong account. So, I need to open an account for me. Paano mapapalitan yung loyalty? You know what? Sabi ko nga, ang tagal kong hinintay. Nakikita ba yung libro ko? But this is early. The books are early. The other thing is certification program, especially if your book is about teaching people how to become like one. How do you be a certified screamer? Ang tawag natin doon, sir. Warrior, screamer, martial artist. Instructor. Okay, how can you become a screamer instructor? Gumawa ka ng certification program. Yeah? Diba? Next, paid webinars. How many of you here are doing webinars? Huwag yung nilalang yung webinars. Webinars are great exposures. The more people see you, the more they will know, sino nga ba yung publisher? That's Cindy. Sino nga ba yung editor? That's her. The more you expose yourself, the more people will know about your work. Another one to earn from your book is to become a keynote speaker. Yan na. Sell mo na yung mga sarili mo sa mga companies, universities, yung keynote speaking. I was invited sa Lasal. To talk about haiku writing, di ba? I just published a book about haiku. Now they consider me an expert of haiku. So I went there, flew there, and that's it. I trained their writers in Lasal. Life coaching programs, another thing that you can do. Create a course. One of the highest paid income earners today are creators, online creators. That's where my trajectory is right now. The reason why I created a course in book writing and a course on public speaking is because I know exactly. You won't prepare the material just once and then put it out there for people to access. They're going to pay you. It's a continuous flow of income for you. One item. So something that you can do since you have the book already, you are credible. People will look for you. Consultant, does she have a book? Manitas will say, well, how many books? They are among the 100 top. 100, that's how many Amazon. And then Africa's high-end book creation consulting. So to offers niya ngayon, how can you ensure that your book, ito mga authors ito, Rebecca Hamilton is one of my contacts din, New York Times bestselling author, and ang kanyang paid program is about how can authors earn a 6-figure, 7-figure income from one book only. That's it. Want the students? Sign up, register. Another one is the author program. Again, if you want to teach people how to write poetry, make sure you are so good at poetry that people would want to be certified in your program. You can do live boot camps, you can do poetry workshops, however you want it. The thing is, do not just concentrate on wishing that the book will sell. That's one thing to display our books over there. But after today, what will you do? Silent ka na? No. That's what I'm saying, that marketing your book is a totally different ballgame. Even if you are the best writer in the world, you don't know marketing, wala kang chance. Alright? So here, final notes na before I end my talk. Establish your writing space. Sometimes, hindi tayo makasulat, ang mga anak natin, we're just roaming around and we cannot find the spot to write. So go where they cannot find you. At least for an hour or 30 minutes, ikaw ba, sir? Ganun yung ginagawa mo, umaalis ka. Pure human offer? Yes? Nakakapasulat ka ba magpaingay o talagang totally dapat isolated ka? Dapat nasa Mars yung dating na. Okay, so ganun ka pwede. Research your ideas. Sometimes, so, a good writer is a good researcher. Dapat marami kang inaalam para ang facts mo, right? Even if you're just fan fiction or fiction, dapat meron pa rin yung basis. Assemble your writing tools, marami ng technology ngayon. I don't know with you, some people kailangan talaga merong software para makapagsulat. Have you heard about it? Oo, marami na yan. Pero kayo naman, kaya nyo ng ballpen at saka papel. Right there, it's okay. And there's no plagiarism. Plagiarism is such a big crime in this industry. People will not forget you, people will not forgive you. So, whatever temptation comes to you to copy somebody else's work, do not do that. Do not do that. Always quote the person who said it first. If you're unsure about it, research it. Because you don't want to be ruined. Your reputation ruined because of just one thing from somebody else that you copied their work. So no to plagiarism. And then, sabi ko nga, pag hindi pa rin kayo magsulat, what you need to do probably is to just read more today. Just read more. Because the more you read, the more knowledge you get. And the more you're exposed to get the different ideas. And with that, my dear ladies and gentlemen, if you want to learn more, I invite you to go to my website, that's www.introlegacy.com. If you can find there my courses on book writing and public speaking course. And then also you can download and install our app, that's GMGA Publishing. And you can always shoot me an email at gmjpublishing@gmail.com. I'm on Facebook, I am Gutierez, medyo maingay po ako sa Facebook. And I tell you that I started doing TikTok, but not dancing, I can dance. But I started producing 1-minute tutorials about public speaking, and guess what? That landed me the first 300 students of deaf to become my students. You never know. That's why what I'm saying is, no effort is wasted. No effort is wasted. Just coming here, I tell you, you get exposed. You get more mileage than just by sitting alone, worrying, and feeling so down and defeated because nobody bought my book. I published it last year, only one sale. That sale came from my mother. The sentiment, just the reality, when you publish a book, do not expect your family or friends to buy them. Because sometimes, hindi naman sa ayaw mo na support them, but they just got used to you. But so what you need to do is talk more about your book. You are your book's #1 fan. So talk about it. Don't be bashful. Dapat, wow, this is my book. I feel proud of it. And then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. My last message for all of you is, you can go back and start a new beginning from our book, almost the same as ever, but you can start again and make a new ending. You are never too old or too young to write a book, and ink your legacy today. Thank you so much. Back to you, Cindy.
Thank you, Kyle. I really got the right person to teach you guys about marketing your book. Yeah, so yeah, thank you so much, Miss Kyle, and for all the energy. Like, what a thought to have this Hindi background, right? So, all right, okay. So I think 10 more minutes for your next event. And then the next segment is actually picture book. Okay, we didn't really mention the mechanics for this. What is the picture book? Okay, it's actually pitching our next book because there is a chance that we might publish it. We might publish it. So, how should I put it? If you're going to pitch your book, your next book, you just have to tell us the log line, what is the book all about, the synopsis, and then, yeah, it doesn't guarantee that we are going to publish your book. We're going to at least tell you that there's a chance, there's an opportunity for us to publish your book. But if not, we can also give you advice what to change with your book. So will there be anyone who's interested to pitch their book? May I have a raise of hands? Okay, there's one. Okay. Anyone else want to pitch their next book? Okay, judges, we have one. Okay, yeah, so Alisa would like to pitch her next book. Um, may I invite Miss Ayo? Yeah, so I believe you can give advice for those, for the two writers here today who want to pitch their book. So, as I mentioned earlier, what they need to do is tell us the synopsis, what the book is all about, and whether it's publishable. Yeah. Okay, so may I call on the two writers who would like to pitch their story? Yeah, so it might have published the GMGA course in letters or yeah, doesn't matter. Or the ibang publishers under the EP Collab. So yeah, so this will be an opportunity. So can I call on those two writers please on the stage? And also, of course, Mr. Darwin. So we have three writers. Darwin will be the first one.
So I started writing a sci-fi about 7 or 8 years ago. 500,000. He's a stranger. He's a senator. But it's kind of sad to take a place also true on San Francisco. It's set about 250 years in the future. Mankind is at a place where uh, we kind of, everybody believes that we're at the pinnacle of that there's a guy that's born who is basically the first tutor. He was doesn't have a father. Somebody inside of it. It's a very he's in there and he recognizes it. So he is one of the people that helps me. He is having to go on the run. So, my voice is very loud. It's sitting there for a while. But anyway, that's the one thing that's going to be sure.
So there's a sci-fi and set in Sri Lanka and
One of the things I'm looking forward to science. Science today. So, I urge you to and so this software finds its spread all over the world. One of the ways in the States is through this software. Consciousness.
So it's a science fiction film set in many different countries. It's about a software that's
Actually, wet hair.
wet, wetware. Okay.
It's biological software. It's like upgrading
I have one question for you. So with all of the books already out, what makes your book different from the same genre in the line of technology out there?
The idea is that I have this philosophical idea, but again, that's always a but I'm not going to be so heavy.
More the character based. So the characters will move the story. And do you plan to have it in a series type of
I think I want to do a series, but I want to do 100,000 words first, and then I want to have it distill it down.
It might be wise when you have this grand idea of a book, a sci-fi, it really helps that you break down into the series. That's how I see it, because number one, you can make more sales. The other thing is you will get more following from your book. You learn this from so many authors who are successful today, sci-fi authors. You give a cliffhanger towards the end of book one and then launch them right away to book two, although it's a lot of work because you're going to break down into, I don't know, 3 or 5 books. And then after that, you will probably go back for the prequel, something like that, and then the sequel for that. So something to think about that way, because sometimes when you give everything in just one book, 100,000, you're aiming for 100,000 word book. You
But I do want to do a good so, what I think, I do like the idea of and you say, it's a story. We were talking about how to structure a book, say the cats in every way, and it's the idea that, in every story, that bad guy saves the cat, becomes the good guy, his character change. So if you say the cat is a bad guy, it's like, it's been used for movies, but so there's always different structure. So I'm not much of a fan, so I'm like Cooper Platter. Oh my God. It's so bad. I'm so good. I've got the OCD about it. I don't need to be yeah, I feel like science too. I'm trying to tell as much science as much as I can. But then I don't want to be so jargon that people don't want to read it. So I have to, instead of saying it all in one paragraph, just write it the idea themselves.
So, Mr. Darwin, if you're not thinking about making it into a series, turning it into a series of books, if you just want a 100,000 word novel, I mean, that's also possible. So right now you have 50,000 words, right? And you're aiming for 100,000.
Yeah.
Yes, that's also possible.
I have a sequel in mind.
Yeah, so you have to synchronize mind. Okay, although, to be honest, a lot of science fiction books, they're in a series and it sells really well, like Star Wars. And even like one of our science fiction authors, Renato Martino, we always talk about him. And he's doing this series of books as well. And once you push this idea to publishers, and not even just to publishers, but even to like booksellers, like they're into these kind of series. I mean, it's also possible like structure it like pure human. Like it's just one standalone novel. But if you're thinking about sequel, like why not? Why not? Yeah. So I would. Yeah. So you're 50%. Yeah.
Just the characters I like characters right now. I like this. I'm thinking about them at other stage, but I have to feel what so,
Your mind already. It's not like obviously well everything falls apart because I don't know what's gonna happen next. But if you're saying that you have a standalone now and you have a sequel, wow, you're in a good direction.
I'm thinking about my wife's writing, and she's encouraging me. She's telling me, oh, you should see this. She's going, why did you take I'm listening to her.
You should listen to her. She's a very successful author.
Yeah, she's helping me. She's telling me, did you see? You have to stay with it. I notice it if I skip a day or two of writing, that my characters get a little stale. And I listen, I start
And not just your mind. You're going to have nightmares because hey, I go back to work. Never like to live. Thank you, Ed. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Great concept. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Big round of applause to Darren. Yes. With that.
Okay, so we have two more writers who would like to pitch their book. Can we call them on the stage? I saw two people raising their hands.
Si ano, nag-acquire ka na rin ako. Kinabayo. Come on, a big round of applause naman. Ano? Sir, what's your name? Henry? Henry. Yeah. Wow.
So what's your book?
My name is Enrique Pastor, and I'm your Cebuano. And my book, I was currently writing it's all about the true story about the monarch in Rahman of Cebu and the Sultan of Cebu. And one of my friend in the Sultan of Cebu is the current Sultan of Cebu, which is 37 Sultan Kiram. And based on the Philippine history, uh, some of the history was not mentioned about the history, what happened in that place, or it been burned by the Spanish during the colonial Spanish era. And I hope that book will it's a key of the message that to tell the Filipino na mauni ang tao sa una na wala na kailangan. And second is the Rahanit, yeah, Rahanit of Cebu, which is the first foundation of the Cebu polity until to the last Raha, which is the Raha of Pas. And yeah, I was a new player of right.
That's a historical fiction. So, Miss Maya, what do you think? Is this publishable?
Are you going to infuse old characters like resurrected beings to modern characters? How do you want to have an interplay of your characters in the story to make it relevant to the present generation? Because sometimes the disconnect about the old history, I mean history, is that it's for the wrong people. Don't care about them. But if there's a linking thing that gives the readers of today something to make it relevant to their lives, are you coming up with a method for just bringing up the kind of a character or plot to make that connection? I'm saying old and new.
Based on the story, I do a research. which is the research was already complete because the king from the previous ancient generation until the last connect dyan ako siya, which is very hard for me because I'm not a historian, but I'm a political science student. Yeah. And one thing na ipagikamutan ako siya o research kay tungkol ako na sa Cebu is culture in Spanish, which is called Cebuano, and also which is the something.
This is written in English or Cebuano? Oh, in languages. Like, have you published anything like that before? I don't think so, but I have to pick them on the screen.
We have to review. We have to review. But have you considered your leader? Have you considered your target segment? Who's going to read your book? Sorry for that. Stammering. Who's going to read your book?
The third youth was the youth because results said that youth is the future of our country. And second is the religion because the story is more like religious thing when it comes of the old religion like Hindu Buddhism in the Philippines, turn to Islam, turn to Roman Catholic, and also the connection between the Cebu and the India, which is the Chola Empire.
So there's a market in this book because a lot of Filipinos right now they're into history, and people started studying by buying, right? Diba? So people are studying by buying, and if they're watching what Maria Clara and
Yeah, you know, diba?
so I'm sure there's a market for
So it's a trend right now. And Netflix has secured it for showing that thing. The thing I think this is what we can advise him is to really get this with dialogues that are not heavy because as it is, your genre is heavy already in terms of you as a writer, a political science student. I totally understand how you're going to make it, kasi doon ang background mo eh. However, you look at the point of the reader, how can the reader totally understand that, pero hindi naman nawawala yung gusto mong mangyari. You know what I'm saying? So make it accessible to the intended readers of today. Done.
For example, you mentioned Taoism, right? So yeah, so it's very niche dialect. So that means the Taoism written book has to be distributed in the Taoism in the area where there are a lot of Taoism.
So get your thoughts like,
Actually, I'm not good in household, but I'm quite practicing. But instead of having time to study, I connected the source to translate the language.
with extra work and make sure your facts are right. Because when somebody tells you you're wrong about the research, they're going to kill you. So, ayusin mo yung research natin. Congratulations and good luck. Wala na po natin. Next author.
Okay, last but not the least, yeah, Alicia, she wants to pitch her next book.
Oh, Lisa.
After the launching Loving This Run Like.
How about marrying, Mr.
Actually, my real genre is a favorite movie. So this is like my baby. So, and I wrote this before even blogging started like so my story is I actually made a synopsis. Okay. Not everything that goes well in the night are just harmless fools. Hidden from the normal landscape of the urban jungle are entities that walk with humans and cause havoc when the evening breaks the city. Despite its eons-old existence, the hunters keep these monsters at bay in the silent precision of masterful tactics. But soon, stronger beings have emerged from their stronghold. Cairo, a young man who wanted nothing more but to live his dreams as an artist and enjoy
everyone as normal as you and I live in this areas. Our road hunter has been bouncing back and forth to maintain the shifting balance and uphold the eras of immunity that his ancestors held to. With their stark differences and the breaking balance of forces, will their words fighting
Galing ko. Naman ba sa version, no? Marunong mas lang ng synopsis, ha? And I like that you already have this main plot there, and the story is being introduced. Both characters wanting something, and we know that they're not gonna get it the first time around. Okay, so I think na nagbabasa siya, ang naalala ko yung dress eh. So I'm not saying it's like Chelsea. It's just that that's the feel that I have, and right now it's a big thing. You know that the authors are pretty long away so far. So again, siguro, I don't know. Do you have any questions for her?
I think for me, since you already have the synopsis, you know you have the beginning, the middle, and the end, and you even have this last question in the end ng synopsis, no? It can really attract a lot of readers. Because finally will be challenged, will it happen or not? So I would say there's already a market there. 'Cause anyway, people are really into fantasy stories already, especially in the Philippines. But this is written in English, right? And then step in the Philippines, or
It will be in different islands. There will be Davao, Timor, Cebu, and Manila, different places. And also, I'm catering to different, like I said prior, like I'm catering to different mythologies in those regions. It's sort of in a way to educate the Filipino masses. Like, oh, I didn't know monsters like this exist, and there are gods like these and that.
So again, one question because I said I remembered Tristan. So once again, let me ask you this: how can you differentiate your story from Tristan, which is already celebrated in the world today, coming from Filipino authors?
The difference with dressing is because like the difference I mean with dressing and my book is first off is the character origins. Aries isn't purely Filipino. I picked up a lot of things in Syrian mythology and also like incorporated that. And at the same time, I also like it's a mix and match of different cultures, internationally and locally. So in terms of dressing, I think I guess it's right, but my problem with dressing is they're only catering to the common monsters. There is no account, there is no like yeah, like it's very. I feel like it's just catered to the masses, like the white lady, the black lady.
So, so ito parang pang more Middle Earth Tolkien ng mga characters na never been into this before. Very interesting. Really.
I would say that there's a market for the as international stage for this kind of book. Yeah. So I was mentioning earlier, some of the books written out there. So like focus on the lower mythology. There's this thing called the higher mythology, which talks about the gods and goddesses in the Philippines. And they're different. There's so many, and they're now overlooked. They're overlooked.
Just like to mention, if you're familiar with the books of Percy Jackson, okay, so John, again, the Greek mythology made relevant to modern because the characters there are really very much connected. Kaya kilala pa rin nila kung sino si Jesus, di ba? But the fact that because I really like, this is new to me, actually.
So with the manuscript, I would say that for sure there'll be a market for it.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Lisa. So I think that's pretty much it.
And then the rest, you just have to start writing or thinking about their book. You have 1 month before you say, I'm busy for 2023. You have 1 month downtime, December. Mag-shopping lang kayo, mag-Christmas lang kayo. So, use that time for you to start making a legacy.
Thank you so much, Miss Ayo, and to everyone, to all the families of Indie Pop Cards 210. We'll see you next year.
Yeah, very much, everyone. Congratulations, especially, palakpakan natin si Miss Indewon for organizing this very beautiful having popcorn. And tomorrow, I think,
Tomorrow will still be exhibiting fest, but tomorrow, the last day of Indie Pop Card, will be at Gateway Gallery in Manila. Yeah, and not me, but my counterpart.
congratulations, everybody. Oh, maybe we can have a group photo before we leave. No? Okay, everybody, please come up here. Otherwise, I souvenir.
Oh yeah, also, we're giving away free books by Miss Isas. Okay, since you're one of them that did the workshop, you know that one? On the question.
Gusto ko naman ng book eh. Okay, alright, so there are things that I mentioned that are important when writing a book. Can you remember or tell me the three things that matter when writing a book? Ano yung mention one na lang. Mention one. There are three. But mention one. The three important factors when writing a book. Pero pa, okay, this is what this book is all about. What do you call that? Leia. This is what comes to their mind when you think about this book. This is the title. Hindi pa. Ikaw? Sino na nagtaas sa kapalit? Sino nakakaalala? Very good. Book translation. Nakakilala ng mga sa naman.
Okay, so you'll get a copy of what you wrote now. So, two more questions.
Questions, okay. Ano sinabi ko that instead of being just a mere author, dapat maging businessman ka din. What do you call that term?
Entrepreneur.
Oh,
Entrepreneur.
okay, one book goes to him.
Okay, prior to this, please speak. Okay, so one more word is wisdom.
Okay, one more question to stop. Mabilis lang po, mabilis na lang.
Prepare, raise your hand.
Okay, what does NPTV stand for? That's my book.
Kayo talaga.
Ha? Hindi, nagbago na, di ba? Nagbago na. Hindi siya nakapagod. Tama si Maya. Okay, congratulations po sa congratulations.
Okay, so may pagkain pa at the back. There's no food. Grab some water so that we don't have to bring them home. Yeah, so, oh yeah, take a photo. Let's take a group photo. Also, big thanks to Park Mall for giving us or allocating us the space.
And broadcast.
Group photo. Group photo.
Next year, you will be the published authors. Ayan, nakalit.